Oke, ayo guys masuk ke dalam gue Ricky. Wah, pas gua nyalain video aja baru kipasnya kedengeran banget ya. Oke, ayo guys masuk ke dalam gue Ricky. Sekarang kita lagi di game What's Your Wifi Password. Kalau nggak tahu, ini game satu developer yang dulu gua ingin main beberapa gamenya. Ingat game kayak Idiot Maiden atau lihat kayak Idiot Maiden, To Impatient atau enggak ya Doggy Dinner Time dan ya gamenya bagus semua, serius bagus semua. Dan to be honest, favorit gue adalah uh, Doggy Dinner Time dan Idiot Maiden. To Impatient sebenarnya bagus juga, tapi terlalu lama ya. Maksudnya joke terlalu inilah nggak terlalu lucu gitu. Dan nanti mungkin gue pengen coba Mumu Shop. Ternyata dia bikin game yang RPG yang cukup panjang dan nama itu adalah Mumu Shop. Ini Mumu Shop Adventure. Jadi ya nanti mungkin gue coba gamenya. Dan kayaknya sini game horror juga, I don't know. So ya kita mulai aja. Sayangnya ini bukan game RPG tapi semacam game visual novel. Jadi ya kita mulai aja. Soalnya gue udah dikit lah, nggak apa-apa lah. Oke. Today is Saturday and midterm exams are soon to begin next week. After being too busy with my errands, I barely had the time to study any of my subjects for school. Fortunately, I wasn't alone. My bestie Gina and also forgotten to study for exam. So we decided to hang out at her place to study. Tuh, biar terang nih muka gue di sini. Toilet apa? Ya nggak apa-apa, kita suara segini aja. Finally, I made it to her house. Okay, sorry. The map she gave me yesterday was pointlessly complicated. I'm pretty sure I went in circle around the block 100 times before heading here. Do she use this direction to get to my house? It's a bit concerning to think about. In any case, I finally arrive. I raise my hand and approach the door to ring the doorbell. I use my middle finger to push the bell button. I tend to use my then my index finger most often out of habit. Nowadays, life has been a pain in my apple bottom jeans, but instead of atau you know what, kita back dulu, back. Kita save dulu aja. Oke, jadi kalau misalnya gua ada pilihan lagi, ya kita milih ini. Nowadays, life has been a pain in my but instead of expressing my frustration physically, I simply exert my feeling by silently pointing my middle finger at my opposition. I looks like the button doesn't work. The button made a mosquito-like sound as my middle finger was still pressed against it. Looks like I have to knock on the door instead. I place my hand into a fist and slam the shit out of the door. Open up, this is the FBI. Alright, I'm coming. I can hear Gina's voice approaching. Gambarnya cantik. Jeez, Barry, namanya Barry. You're going to knock the door down like a jeng atau if you knock on the door like that. Your strength is like a gorilla on steroid trying to break out of the zoo. I'm telling ya. Tuh, gue coba lihat kamera gue dulu ya. Gambar kegedean apa nggak sih? Oke, kita balik lagi, udah cek dan ternyata gambar gue cukup bagus di sebelah kiri atas. Your strength is like a gorilla on steroid trying to break out of the zoo. I'm telling you. What a way to greet your friend. Teman apa pacar? Sorry Gina, I just wanted to joke around. Yeah, well, you can fool me. I recognize your voice clearer than a colorless or beast ball in a glass of water. Gina's always colorful with her comparative figure of speech. Alright then, can you let me in now? Right, we wasted a lot of time already since you came late. But the direction you given me were confusing. Was it? But I used it to get to your home. So she really does follow these directions. Never mind that, just follow me. It was a straightforward path, as her home was quite narrow. On the way, I caught a glimpse of the ceramic kitchen tile was in a one room and a large TV with a scenic movie on the screen in another room. I got to follow Gina as she led me upstairs through the hallway and into her bedroom. Oh, kita di kamar perempuan loh. Well, here's my room. I cleaned the place up earlier since we be here all day to study. I took a moment to observe her room, finding my eyes for anything that could stand out. Her room is quite average, with a bed by the window and a plain desk beside it. The next thing my eyes see is a small round wooden coffee table at the center of the room, which I assume we'll be studying on. I looked around more until I saw her bookshelf across her desk. Looking closer, I spot a cowboy era textbooks neatly lined up on the top section of our bookshelf. Your cowboy erotica collection is getting bigger, I see. And it will continue to get bigger. Ini referensi dari itu kah? Ada lucu banget. Kayaknya itu bercandaan atau asli gue nggak tahu. Ada uh, cowboy sakedik apa gitu. Okay, I plan to get 100 followers before the end of this month. She claimed me proudly with a single shameful bone in her body. I don't recognize that book with a cynic cover. I pointed at the book laminated with holographic material at the right end of the top shelf. The cover illustration was a sexy cowboy on top of silky white horse with a field full of roses in the background and glittering rainbow in the sky. The half-naked man on the cover had a nice, firm-looking six-pack and a visible tan line slightly above the waist. The only thing he wore were denim bell bottom with white flames embroidered at the bottom. Baju banget sih. The man's face was very sharp and handsome. His jawline looked like it could cut another man. His hair was long, blonde and silky like something out of a luxury shampoo commercial. His eyes seemed to have a smooth caramel color, but since the cover illustration took place under the sun, it looks like his eyes were glowing like warm, melting honey dripping out. I seem to have forgotten to carry away with describing the picture on the book cover. That limited edition book took me ages to find. I was lucky to encounter an auction for it, but it cost me quite a lot. My wallet became empty, as a water bottle under the Atacama desert soon after several days. So you spend most finding this book instead of studying for exam? Hey, speak for yourself. You say you forgot to study because of your errands, but let's be honest. We all know you've been at a karaoke bar singing ABBA songs. Hey, I was doing vocal training for when I become a super mega pop star in the future. I have been very serious about wanting to become a pop singing superstar ever since I received my result from my career quiz at school. Told me one of my career options was being a traditional folk singer, but I believe I can do better than that. Right, maybe when African bus elephant can fly, then you become an idol. Ouch, my singing isn't that bad, is it? We continued to banter with each other for a while. Finally, we let out our textbook and notes on the coffee table and began studying. We procrastinated a bit in between hours, like playing footsies under the table, but we skimmed through most of our subject. By the time we finished looking to chemistry, it was already evening. My legs are cramping after sitting in the same position for hours. Same here, I feel a little sleepy too. Sleepy, more like hungry. The stomach has been rumbling for the past 10 minutes. You heard it? I thought the music would cover up the sound. Silly, did you forget that you were blasting your music with your earphones on? Shoot, I forgot I was wearing earphones. Now I feel a little embarrassed. I thought this whole time we were both jamming out to my groove tunes like my playlist of various Vietnamese clubbing music. Actually, I'm a little hungry too. Have any dinner plan? No, my parents usually make dinner, but they're out tonight. Just me and my brother at home. I'm too lazy to cook anything either. Wanna order something then? Hell yeah! Let's get something super delicious after a long day of studying. What shall we get then? Oh, I always wanted to try that new chicken place that recently opened. Oh yeah, the one nearby our local shopping mall. Alright, they don't do deliveries at the moment. You need to go to the store itself and pick up the order. Pick up? Yeah. So which one of us should go get the food? Huh? You're just considering the option that I should go on my own? What? You know how to get there too, don't you? Maybe from where I live, but not from here. Especially not with the map that's given me. Why don't we both go together? Why? You don't need two people to go pick up the food. Besides, my legs are sore, and the place is like half an hour away from here. Her head tilts lazily as she stares down at her limp legs, missing it. So this is your lazy excuse for not wanting to go. Alright, then how about this? Let's do rock, paper, scissors. Whoever loses has to go pick up the food. Seriously? She really doesn't want to go. Alright, fine, let's do it. It's not so hard to predict what moves she chooses anyway. I have a secret sixth sense where I can predict which choice my friend will pick. Like, With ice cream flavor, she would order at a parlor. Although to be fair, she usually choose the same thing over and over. She probably forgot that we played this game a couple of times. She would always choose pepper. I'm sure she will choose pepper this time again. I trust in my heart that she will. We both clenched our right fists toward each other. Rock, paper, scissors. My hands shift and become. Oke, kan dia bilang dia paper ya. Jadi kita mendingan save aja. Paper, scissors. Scissors. Dia batu. Rasa batu dia. Seeing my hand into scissors position. Pressing China hand that wasn't the paper position. I won. I know my head was right. What? Alright, I win. So you have to go pick up the food. Fiddling twigs. I was sure it would work. You should really work on your figurative speech. Anyway, are you going to get the food or not? Alright, I'm going. Just don't touch my cowboy erotica books while I'm gone. Alas, she has nothing but her precious cowboy books. It's fine, just be playing my gacha games on my phone. I pulled my 25 generous smartphone out of my apple bottom jeans back pocket and turned it on, locking the phone and opening one of the 69 phone game apps I usually play. Recently, I've been playing this game, Super Ancient Battle Blasters. It's fun and fast-paced open world game with a neat primer and tons of cool-looking character. Fast-paced open world game, Genshin kah? However, trying to pull a good character is very hard, so I had to spend a lot of money in order to get the one I want. You stupid! And when I was finally able to pull them, a new character with an even cooler and better design was released, making me want to pull for them even more than the last. I think I probably spent like hundreds of dollars on this game per month. Stupid! It's an endless cycle of fun. Anyways, I haven't taken a break since I got here. Using my phone while waiting for the chicken dinner to arrive feels like this after studying all day long. As my mind is filled with the thought of there's a secret. I looked down on my phone and noticed something. A color on the top left section of my screen. Gak ada wifi-nya. Wi-Fi. Hey Gina! Look up thinking Gina is still in the room, but she has already left. Oh, but her coat is still on her desk chair. To tell me she left without it. Even though winter is ending, spring weather has yet to arrive. I took a peek out the bedroom window and can still see the piles of frozen snow by the side wall. I can even feel the icy sensation from the glass pane as my hand is pressed against it. Maybe she has another coat downstairs. The thought of my concern for her has been quickly overthrown by another dilemma. I'm going to collect my daily gacha reward without Wi-Fi. It's not like I haven't been using Wi-Fi this whole time. Imagine they were mostly using a laptop to do research during our study season. With small one, there wasn't really a need to ask for the Wi-Fi password. What a bad timing. I never see saved the password around here. After looking around the room to see if she had written the Wi-Fi password down somewhere, I refrained from the idea. She probably wouldn't want me to snoop through her stuff just as much as snooping through her Elta cowboy books, even though I considered switching her books around later as a prank. I like my body on the soft fluffy rug beneath me, thinking about what I should do to pass the time. Suddenly, I jerked right back up, remembering something that Gina had mentioned earlier before she left. Her parents aren't home, but her brothers will be here, right? Maybe I could ask her brother for the Wi-Fi password. To be honest, I haven't seen her brother yet. I haven't passed by anyone when I went out to use the bathroom. I haven't heard any noise near the other bedroom either. It's less likely that anyone is in there. Her brother hasn't left the house easily. Maybe he's downstairs in the living room. I did recall seeing a TV still on when I walked up the stairs earlier. I went out of Gina's room and headed downstairs. Imoto? Ototo. Kalau Imoto itu perempuan, kalau Ototo cowok. I carefully went down the wooden stairs. The stairs were quite slippery, as if they were recently waxed. Tell me Gina has also cleaned the stairs too. It's not easy to step on glossy surface. Especially doesn't help that I'm wearing my super soft blue socks woven with super fluffy fur. Halfway there, suddenly my foot stuck on the side of the wrong angel, and I'm tumbling halfway down the stairs. My body fluttered around as I was falling, like the smaller enemies being blessed away by the hero in the martial arts film, Jackie Chan. I guess I was so impatient that I doomed myself into rushing to get out of the stairway. Aduh, jatuh. Well, I'm out of the stairs now. With my face planted down on the cold hard floor and body laying there like a clay ragdoll. I start groaning from the long etching pain and my etching dignity. Who are you? I don't know a recognizable voice above my head. With my body still in agony, I could only turn my head to the side to see who was nearby. Oh, ini adiknya ya, saudaranya. Abangnya apa adiknya sih nih? Kayaknya sih kakaknya sih ini mah. Abangnya sih. Bill looked up as he man towering above me with a surprised expression on his face. Wait a minute. Is that Gina, brother? Damn, he's looking fine. But I didn't say that out loud. My first impression was already ruined the moment I tumbled down the stairs. Rather than asking me if I'm alright, he probably think I'm burglar breaking into his house. His silent stare is making me nervous. I fought through the pain of my aching body to respond to him. Di lehernya ada tato wifi tuh. Apa jangan-jangan wifi-nya itu adalah saudaranya? Did Gina not tell you about me? You know Gina? Oh, you must be Gina's friend. Yes, I am. His expression softened after he confirmed my connection with Gina. He leaned his arm for support until I could stand up on my own again, our toes still limping. We went to the living room and I took a seat on the sofa while Gina's brother headed to the kitchen to get me an ice pack. As I was waiting, I could hear him rummaging through some item, followed by the sound of freezer door closing. Betul gue cewek cowok sih, kayaknya sih cewek, karena teman gue cewek. Anticipated his return, but I was surprised to see him holding what appeared to be ground meat on a styrofoam plate wrapped with plastic wrap. Sorry, I ran out of ice because I forgot to make some filler, and the frozen vegetables were lodged at the back of the freezer behind big blocks of frozen meat. I didn't want to leave you waiting while you're still hot, so I just grabbed the next best thing. I was going to take the frozen fish, but I was worried it would be too smelly, so I took this frozen ground beef instead. How considerate of you to worry about the smell rather than the potential occurrence of blood and juice leaking out of the beef when it smells. Oh well, better than nothing for my itching hand. I took the ground beef and placed the styrofoam plate aside on the area of my head where it hurt the most. Don't worry if it smells, I have the towel here for you. If the juice starts to drip on your face. It's very, very considerate of you. Kayaknya sih gue perempuan, Barry, dan juga gue pas ngeliat dia, damn ganteng banget mas bro gitu kan. I was being sarcastic, but he seemed relieved that I accept his beef, so I smiled politely as to not hurt his feelings. Thank you for this frozen ground beef. My name is Tim. Nice to meet you, Tim. This was like he got to be served for something like Timmy or Timothy. Just a hunch though. I know Gina's name was also shortened of her real name. Actually, you're right. Shortened from of my real name, Timotentatunatex. What? Neat. You think I'd be taken aback by his usual name? But it didn't alarm me as Gina's name was also a shortened from a long ancestral name, Gina Bovinamin. What? I won't talk you be surprised by my long name. In case you call me by my real name if you want. A lot of people do. Not gonna lie, looking at that name is surprising me. It's also surprising that poor name frame. I just call you Tim. Right then. My name is Berry by the way. Berry, like the fruit? Biri, oh biri. Gue kira bear kayak beruang. Biri, okay biri. Actually, I was named Berry after the animal, Berry. Like bears? Yeah, my mother has crazy huge obsession with bears. Berry. Really? How huge? Well, she obsessed enough to marry one, if you know what I mean. In any case, whether you're named after the fruits or the animal, it's just like an endearing name to have. Endearing? Never heard anyone talk about my name in a positive light. People usually just make fun of it for being weird. Even though it was just a constant compliment, hearing him say that made me heart warm up a bit, but a little. Btw Tim, password wifi-nya apa? As was I enjoy our small talk, I suddenly remember why I wanted to see him. That's why for the wifi passwords. Now that we properly met each other, it's probably a good time to ask for the password now. Atau I do like talking to him? Should I ask for a takeaway or should I chat with him a little more? So, you know what? Gue suka sama lu ganteng. No homo ya. Gue normal. So, yes. Yes. So you're the friend that my twin sister has been talking about. I'm sorry for thinking you were a thief breaking into my house at first. But don't worry about it. So really thought I was a thief? Ouch. But wait, you hit her twin? I haven't seen you in my school before. Oh, I actually graduated a while ago. It's just that my sister had flown her class for the past 5 years. 5 years? Dia 5 tahun gak lulus? I'm alarmed at how she hasn't been kicked out yet. An impressive streak, isn't it? Her head must be filled with funny clouds. But I heard her grade has been improving recently. No, thanks to you, no doubt. What makes you say that? You really think so? Of course, I heard you guys were study if often together. You even came here to study, didn't you? Yes, so. To be honest, I'm also a bit of an inherent myself. I can barely keep up with classes and can only retain half the things that my teacher has taught me. The only reason why I still passed my courses was because of Gina. With myself knowing half the knowledge learned in class and Gina knowing the remaining half, we would combine our limited brain cells to get through most of our assignment and tests. Speaking of which, I wonder where she went off to. I saw her leave not too long ago. I can't believe she would just leave you alone here like that. Actually, I was the one that made her leave, but I want to him that. She could at least given you some snack before the lead she leave. Would you like some now? With some snack I like for you to try. Sure, I'll be interested in trying some. Can say no to some nice snacks. I go get them real quick. Tim head to the kitchen nearby and I heard the sound of drawers opening and closing. He then quickly returned while holding an assortment of colorful mini bags of potato chips in his hand. He sat down on the sofa beside me and laid the bags on the seat between us. There's quite a lot of chips you got there. Yeah, I wondered when I was strolling through a supermarket yesterday. I thought this flavor looked interesting, so I bought a couple. Look, don't this look so unique? It's true, it's a flavor I have not seen before. There was an orange bag that was labeled Funky Fresh Flavor, with a picture of a dancing cartoon hamster on it. Another bag was pink and labeled Likely Work Evening Flavor, with a picture of cartoonist unicorn galloping with rainbow coming out of it. Okay, there was also a picture of the potato chips itself on the bags. The chips look plain, so it's hard to tell if they were actually flavored with something or not. There's something unsettling about these strange snack bags with bizarre sounding flavors. Are these alright to eat? No worries, I tried them myself and they actually taste good. The other appearance may seem a little off-putting, but I can assure you that it's not as bad as it looks. So will you give it a try? Of course you don't have to if you too weirded out by it. He's simply my tail, you see. Then again, he's been courteous to me this whole time. His eyes were gleaming as he anticipated my response. Oke, ini cukup. Kita banyak ini ya, save nih kalau kayak gini. Gue jadi bingung nih. Kita yang fresh aja gue rasa ya. Smell of crispy potato wave out of the bag, as well as another scent mixing that I could not distinguish. I took a chip and it looked as plain as the picture on the bag. Perhaps it's actually just a plain chip. I hastily bit into the chip and started munching on it. Ah, it's tasty. This was uncertain at first, but after the chip piece started spreading in my tongue, I could feel a tangy sensation almost like salsa, followed by a citrus aftertaste. The combination of the two flavors left me thinking it was savory yet refreshing. I continued eating the chips and finished the bag within less than a minute. It's really good. See, I thought it wasn't bad. It's fun to try new things, you see. But I understand if it's hard for others to try something different. I like to have your way password for change. So you like to explore? Sure, the type who likes to explore? Yeah, I guess you can say that. I like to explore just about anything that grabs my attention. What else do you like to explore? Kayaknya gue emang dipaksa untuk gue aja sebenarnya introvert apa extrovert sih? Tapi gue kalau misalkan gue disuruh milih ya gue mendingan ngobrol sih daripada wifi gitu. Kenapa? Kalau misalkan kita dapat wifi dan kita ngeliat handphone, bawaannya awkward banget tuh gak? Apalagi sama orang gak kenal. Tapi kalau misalkan gini kan kita bawaannya kan suasananya enak gitu, nggak awkward kan? Really like what? Well, something I have tried were eating a scorpion, riding a real ball, and joining a cult. Huh? The weirdness got more excessive as he lists his experience. Eating a scorpion is pretty tame in the weird factor. How did you get a ride a bull in the first place, and how did you get into cult? Oh, I got into cult by accident as I wanted to join a reading group. But I accidentally applied to a place where they chant enchantation to their god. Their god is actually just their leader wearing shower curtain as robes, backstars, and crown made of bendy straws. There's a stuffed blows outdoors filled with Greek yogurt and raw liver, and throw them in a burning garbage can yelling, "Screw you, Uncle Filter!" I don't know how to respond to this. At least it's not a murderous cult. Wow. Yeah, I thought it was fascinating how people behave in there, so I stayed for a bit. But then they start doing hazing ritual on young men, and I overheard their plan to target me in the middle of the night during our camping trip in an abandoned forest while I was sleeping. So I simply escaped. It's when I thought the code was just simply queerly and harmless. Oh, and as for the bull riding, it was from a prank from some friend when I was 10. But it was a pretty joyful ride, even though I had to go to the ER immediately after. Now I'm left with even more questions. I don't know what to say except, wow. Yeah, looking back, it's not something you normally hear on the daily. Yet I can't help but laugh at all those silly memories. It's not normal, but your story sounds pretty interesting to hear. Although I would never want to experience what you done. You sound reasonable. I likely chuckled along with him. You must be a fearless guy. You're more gusty than I thought. Are you afraid of anything at all? I do have some fear myself. Even though I like to try many new things, I still feel anxious for certain stuff. Afraid of things like... Really? What things are you afraid of? Well, don't look low, but I'm afraid of swimming. Like swimming in an ocean of killer fish. Actually, I'm afraid of swimming in general, even shallow pools. Wow, really? Well, we're told you have a fear of, I don't know, cruising a hornet nest with your bare feet? Yeah, it sounds pretty lame to be afraid of swimming, doesn't it? No, not at all. I'm just surprising at how normal his fear was after hearing his wacky stories. Just one puzzle, give me please. It's understandable. Get what you mean. The water can be terrifying in a way. Like the deep ocean. Who knows what kind of terrifying creature lurk down there? Yeah, deep sea creatures are pretty scary indeed. I bet I would like to try some deep sea delicacies if they exist. I'm really more afraid of the idea of getting my feet caught in something while my whole body is still submerged in water, not being able to get out. Yikes, that sounds even more terrifying. It does, doesn't it? Despite it all, I would like to get over my fear of swimming one day. I believe you can do it. You can get over your fears one day. I have so too, but I'm not sure where to start. Yeah, it's not an easy process. It takes a lot of courage to get over fears. But as long as you try, you eventually get there. I mean, any step you can count, like dipping your legs in a pool, or visiting an aquarium to get used to see large bodies of water. Right, maybe I could try getting over my fears of swimming by jumping into a pool from a 100-meter diving board. If that helps, then go for it. I was joking about that. I can't believe I thought you mean it. What about you? I wonder what kind of fears you have compared to mine. Me? I'm afraid of... It's embarrassing to say, but I'm really afraid of losing my voice. voice. Why so? Because then I can't ask for the wifi password. Oke, itu juga lucu tau gak? Oke, because then I won't able to be a star with my voice. I want to be singer in the future. Superstar idol singer that is. Wow, that's a nice dream you got there. You must really like to sing a lot. I really do. I practice sing every day. In karaoke bars. Every day, there's a lot of dedication you got there. I'm sure you'll be a good singer in no time. Thanks, I hope so too. I'm a good singer myself, but singing does sound like a fun passion to have. I got other voice passion as well as from singing. And that is, my passion is your wavy festival. My passion is to dance. I love to dance too. Especially dance cover of my favorite bands, like songs from 5C and the like. Oh, isn't that band the one with the super popular member? Sexy, right? Yeah, that one. Their choreographies are really intense. You must be a really good dancer. I guess if you want to be a singer, it will make sense to have an interest in dancing too. Kayaknya itu artis Korea ya. Yeah, above idol superstar singer one that is. Yeah, it's like two atoms meal deal. That's pretty fun way of saying it. I think it's fun for you to tell me your way. You got any passion too? Trying out new things? Well, yeah, I do. Aside from my advanced fascination for quirky things, I have an interest in watching films. What kind of films? That's cool. What kind of films do you like? Well, just about anything that fascinates me. Sama. Like all fantasy movie, it's interesting how the direction is different compared to modern movies today. And the effects that they use are pretty creative. It must have been hard having to create a human scene without the use of technology and special effects that we have today. It's pretty true. I don't watch many old movies, but I never thought about the work people do for their films. Yeah, once you get into learning about it, you start to see the dedication and diligence that people put in their works. I think that applies to just about any passion, for sure. And therefore, I do put a lot of time and effort into vocal practice for when I become a mega pop singing superstar idol. It's really dedication for sure. Any other genre you like? What other kinds of movie are you interested? Oh, well, before I got into a lot of action movies, I really like the city style and aesthetic that most action movies takes place in. Cinematic scenes looks amazing too. The actors looks really impressive when it comes to fight scenes. Oh, I like action movies too. They look cool and flashy. I've also imagined that one day when I become famous singing idol, that I will make my music video that will take place in a glittering gold city, setting at night with lots of action scenes. Also with exquisite banquets, guns and helicopters too. Dramatic action and flashy style. Ultimate music video of my own dreams. And also before I got into action movies, I took an interest in western films. Speaking of which, back then my sister would often watch movie with me too. We used to watch all sorts of films in the past together. I think it was around the time we started watching movies about cowboys that she suddenly stopped watching movies with me. I don't know why she stopped all of a sudden. It didn't seem like she had movies we watch. So that's how her origin story of becoming obsessed with cowboy erotica began. It didn't stop me from watching film though, but it does feel a little lonely to watch by myself. I feel lonely with your wifi password. I agree. It's best to watch movie with someone, right? It's nice to be able to discuss about film with someone who's seen it too. There are times where I just want to talk to someone about the films I watch, about why I love or what my favorite scenes are. Reversal. I can watch with you. So if it's okay, I wouldn't mind watching a movie with you. Really? You mean it? No, it's when you fifth password. Of course. I don't watch movie often, so it will be nice to get some recommendation from time to time. Really? In that case, I wouldn't mind hanging out to watch a movie with you either. It's a plan then. Awesome. Let's plan to watch a movie together after I finish my terms. Sounds good. A movie night after That sounds like a nice little reward. Can even eat the unique snacks I bought while we watch the movie too. That'd be great. Oh yeah, I should probably ask this too. What's your phone number? God damn it. Okay, you know what? What's your phone number? Could I have your contacts? Please give me a touch for when we plan to watch a movie together. Also, I would like hang out with you sometimes. Right, I can give you my number. Maybe we can hang out more often in the future too. But I sent number and added each other on chatting apps. At the same time, I could hear the sound of the front door unlocking outside the living room, followed by the voice of my friend coming in. I Gina back with the food. I could smell the chicken in the air. It was delicious smell that tells me that the food is still fresh and warm. I'm home, and her voice getting more distant as she climbed up the stairs. She probably thinks I'm still in her room. So like my sister is here. Right on time too. Good luck on your studies, by the way, both of you guys. Thanks. I make sure Gina and I will pass all of our exams. You will do it for the movie nights. Hearing him say that made me feel a little motivated to pass my class. I really did have fun talking to him after all. After I greeted and said my goodbye to Tim, I quickly went up the stairs to meet up with Gina. I opened Gina's bedroom door and was met with her standing right in front of me, a little alerted. Barry, were you downstairs this whole time? I was about to go down to look for you. Yeah, I was sitting with your brother while you were out. What? I haven't even introduced you to him yet. It's fine, I already introduced myself to him. We're friends now. I even have his number. And we're going to have a little movie date after our exams. What the flippin' dolphin? Are you kidding me? You of all people? Jeez, what are you so surprised about? Don't know if you don't know why. Did he really agree to go out with you? Yeah, I guess your brother just convinces my charismatic personality. I only said that because I wanted to tease Gina a bit. Although I do find myself quite charismatic. And to be if I want to become a famous superstar idol, singing sensation. Haha, very funny. I can't believe you asked my brother out. Wouldn't have expected you to do that. Why not? Because, I just didn't think you'd be, it's just what? Gua cowok. Gua cowok. Gua kira gua cewek. System too special to tell me anything. Only filing your arms around to show our expression of action. Gua cowok. Gua kira gua cewek. Alright, Gina, you don't have to say it. Her arms stopped flailing with her whole body in a slump as a sign of her giving up. Anyway, can we finally eat dinner? The chicken, I almost forgot. We both cleared the coffee table to set down the food that Gina had bought from the chicken stall. What colorful assortment of boneless chicken pieces served into section in a box by different flavors. The chicken she bought was deliciously amazing. I took a soft bite into the one with spicy buffalo sauce, while Gina ate a crispy one that was dipped into some fancy-looking roast cream sauce. By the way, Barry, why were you talking to my bro to begin with? Why? It took me a few seconds to process my thought as I was still savoring the delicious chicken flavor in my mouth. How could I forget? I just remember why I wanted to talk to him in the first place. I wanted to ask him for something important. What is that you need? You can ask me, Right, I guess I can ask for it now that she's here. Hey Gina. What's your wifi password? Oke, enggak dari gue kira gue cewek itu bener-bener goblok banget sih Pak. Gue nggak gay ya, oke. Knock the door, oke. Close my interface. Oke, kita udah baca ini. Oke, kali ini kita kalahin coba ya. Rock, paper, scissors, kita seri coba seri. Want me to do and believe in my heart. My hands in becomes scissors. Oh, oke. So, jadi apapun yang lu pilih, lu bakal tetap dapat I change my hand into the scissor position. Oke, jadi walaupun gue tadinya pengen gue seriin, itu nggak bisa. Iya. rock misalkan, rock kan me to do and believing, skip aja. uh, okay, hey, what the please wifi password and use my phone for the rest of the day untuk Gina come back. Wow, really? Okay, so yeah, gue rasa itu doang. But tapi serius, bener-bener plot twist ya. Gue bener, oh gitu lah. One evening flavor coba. It's tasty kan. Oke. Okay. Baru ini ya, baru bisa skip lagi. Kita what things do you like to explore? Give me your wifi pak. Oke. Okay. What you can do, coba ya, bentar ya. I'm afraid of. Tahu, back, bentar. I'm afraid of having no wifi password. That's so stupid. Okay, wow, really? Tahu, lagi, bentar ya. Duh, no. That's so stupid. Okay. So untungnya aja gue nggak pilih yang atas. Kenapa? Kalau gue pikir ini bakal awkward banget tau. Your wifi password. Oke, iya semuanya sama gue rasa sih. Jadi kayaknya kalau misalnya lu nanya, give me your password, wifi, god damn it. Oke. So, ya semuanya gue rasa sama sih. Tada, I live with your wifi password. Aduh, lucu banget sih wifi password. Can what's with you? Okay. This one your password. Okay. Wifi password. Okay. Explain then. What's your wifi password? Okay. Phone number, skip. Okay. So ya, jadi itu aja. Jadi yang bikin lucunya itu adalah pikiran otak lu, tau gak? Pikiran otak lu itu adalah, aduh, gue pengen main game gacha nih, gue pengen main gacha nih, gue pengen buka browsing apa wifi password lah gitu. Tapi jadi gimana, ini menggambarkan kita di real life juga ya, ngerti gak? Walaupun sebenarnya kita lagi ngobrol kan ya, maksudnya aduh, kita lagi ngobrol nih kan ya, misalnya ada orang nih kan ya, ada tamu atau apa kan, ngobrol gini, kita pasti dalam hati kan atau otak kan, aduh bangke lo, gue pengen main ini nih, main game nih, aduh gue pengen wifi nih atau apa. Ngerti kan yang gue maksud kan? Jadi ya saat wifi itu muncul, itu adalah otak kita gitu, ngerti kan? Tapi ya kita terpaksa juga harus ngobrol juga gitu. Tapi yang plot twistnya adalah gue nggak tahu kalau gue itu sebenarnya cowok. Oke. So ya, gue rasa gue jadi best friendnya si Tim, gue rasa. Oke, kalau gitu sampai sini aja. Kalau bisa like, subscribe, dan sampai jumpa lagi dengan gue Ricky di video selanjutnya. Goodbye.